A big thanks to Claude McKnight's tasteless and self-aggrandizing announcement on TikTok that frankly was not his to make. In my opinion, he inserted himself and used Nico's death as an opportunity instead of letting him pass with respect and dignity. It has instead turned into a circus, a mockery of a life now lost, making this tragedy into a reality show type drama. While that was unfolding, my family and I flew home to Maui and had a private memorial remembering him and all the good times. The last time he and I spoke, we offered him all the help we could provide. We had the #1 oncologist on deck for him and a team of specialists on standby with private care in our home. He and his mother declined. The door of communication was open and remained open until his death. To the self-proclaimed mama bear, may God have mercy on your soul for not allowing him to accept that help and not allowing him to use that line of communication. There is great comfort in knowing God knows the truth and the totality of the whole story. I am truly thankful for the immense peace God has given me, and I've left everything in his hands. I have a clear conscience. The only judgment that matters is God's. My wife, our children, and I are eternally thankful to Almighty God that the suffering has come to an end and grateful for all of your condolences. Thanks to those of you who have known the truth from the beginning and haven't let untruths, half-truths, or slander prejudice your opinion.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as for the title, guys, you can see the Dusty of the day is none other than Brian McKnight. You guys know this male for the past, I would say 2-3 years now. This male has been coming out here and ruining his legacy every opportunity that he get. This first started when I think it was his daughter that she ultimately came out here and she alluded to the fact that this male was no longer within their life. Then after that, another one of his son, he also came out here and basically he were echoing the same sentiment, doing what black male do best. He ultimately came out here. He was consistently going on this rant. He were talking about how he really don't like his kids that he has with, unfortunately, his black wife. Because we already know the pattern that the lowest hanging group of society tend to have is that these male, whenever they're coming out, they always have black women, unfortunately, sticking it out with them. We already know Dusty Tyrese. Please remind those in the back what y'all go out here and do whenever y'all get that $5 that y'all aren't necessarily accustomed to.
Soon as a black man gets successful, first thing he do is he turn his back on the black woman and go marry the white woman.
So there you have it. Tyrese ultimately, because he did precisely what Brian McKnight in conjunction with all of these other low self-esteem black male continue to do. And speaking about black women and then coming out here being these ride or die for black male and ultimately them getting absolutely nothing in return. Once I came across that clip that you guys were just viewing of this male ultimately coming out here talking negatively about his brother, ultimately coming out here wanting clout off of the passing of his son. Within that, I also decided I was gonna go and look this male up, and to be honest, I'm not really sure why I did that, but as you guys can see here on your screen, this male, even though it was the black woman that decided that she was gonna come out here, she was gonna build with this male, only for him then to come out here and say that the kids that he has with her, they're literally a product of sin. So look at what this male now, look at how he has his YouTube channel titled. So as you guys can see, he has it titled Brian and Leilani McKnight. This right here, black woman, is once again another example of why I need black woman to get it within your head. Black woman, stop building up with black male, because how many successful do we have with black women sticking it out with black male, black woman coming out here when these lowest hanging group of society are chasing their little dusty dream? You would hear a lot of black women has ultimately came out here and say they were going and working 2 and 3 jobs so that they could not only support these lowest hanging group, but also themselves and ultimately the kids that they unfortunately decided that they wanted to procreate with these male. Once again, I think that this right here, Black woman, if y'all don't really learn with all of these low-hanging group of male within society coming out here continuously, and this is what I'm saying. I'm not sure about you guys, but I have so many low self-esteem Black women that I can literally just look around and we will see these Black women on a lower scale. They're also accepting little to nothing from the lowest hanging group of society. Also, when we look on the big screen, how many Black women do we not know that they came out here? And we will have these dust bucket also corroborating the story, talking about how them as the Black women, they were out here working, providing. And these male, we already know, once they get on, what did the dusty Kanye West say? Once they as low hanging fruit of society get on, what they're gonna do? They're gonna leave your ass for a white woman. And ultimately, Kanye West did that. Kevin Hart did that. We have Brian McKnight, he did that. And I mean, even though the dust bucket LeBron James, he hasn't officially done it yet, how many non-Black women have we not seen that has been coming out here putting that male on blast? Because even though he had this facade, this image that he had to uphold in order for him to continue to have Black women and their support, I can assure you guys, once the dust bucket himself, LeBron James, is no longer playing within the NBA, I can assure you guys, we're going to see him following the same footstep that the dust bucket, Kobe Bryant, and all of those other low self-esteem Black male tend to walk in. Nonetheless, guys, as you guys can see, I also had to bring a few comments on here for you guys. So as you guys can see, the first one say Claude was not being tasteless. He just talked about Nico as a human being. This one say, once you defeat all the other narcissists, you have to face Brian in the final round. This one say, this statement isn't about his son at all. Didn't his ex-wife came out here and say that this man, he was literally on his dying bed, knowing that he wasn't going to be here anymore, and he was still pleading for the dust bucket Brian McKnight to come out here and give him the time of the day. This right here, Black woman, is exactly why I continue to ask y'all. Why do you as a Black woman continuously come out here, go and get impregnated by the lowest hanging group of society, only for them to come out here and say that these kids that unfortunately you allow yourself to get impregnated by these male by, they will come out here and say that they don't really like them because it's a product of sin. We already know for the most part, soon as these male impregnate this woman, they don't even wait until their first trimester before they're out the door. And we already know these male, they don't only go and they end the relationship with the woman, but soon as they walk out on that woman, they're also going to abandon their kids. This is precisely why I continue to ask the question. Why do Black women still in 2025 continue to go out here, continue to risk their life, continue to get impregnated by the lowest hanging group of society when these male has continuously been coming out here saying that they don't even want kids within the first place? This one say, who else has boycotted? This one say, this is why I don't get attached to celebrities. You never know who they really are. This one say, does he like to hear himself talk? I mean, I think it is pretty evident. This one say, and he still didn't even have the decency to say rest in peace to his son. He made his little statement all about himself. Whoa, once again, he's not going to come out here and be sympathetic or empathetic to his son, that he himself, he came out here and say that those kids was a product of sin. What aren't y'all grasping about this male coming out here continuously letting y'all know exactly who he is? This one say he doesn't even sound sad for his son and his passing. He is more worried about rectifying his image. This is not it. This one say he's such a narcissist. This one say I'm done with Brian. Sounds like a narcissist. This one say this statement will not age well for him. This one say, quote unquote, self-clean mama bear. That's so disrespectful because once again, These males don't like black women. Black women in 2025 are the only people that can't really seem to accept the fact that unfortunately the male that they continue to risk their life to give birth to, black woman, black male are literally your biggest enemy. They're your biggest oppressor. This is precisely why personally I will never comprehend why black women continue to seek so hard for the validation of black male. Why do black women continuously come out here, allow themselves to get impregnated by black male? Black woman, just why do you guys entertain these male? Once again, any social media platform that we log on to, we will see a plethora of low self-esteem black male coming out here telling the entire universe precisely how they feel about black women. And they're not going to talk about this individual black woman that potentially done them wrong. Whenever these lowest hanging group of society come out here and they talk about black women, they talk about the collective of black women. This is precisely why I think it is comical whenever y'all pick me, shall be coming within my comment section talking about I always group all of black male within the same group. And the reason why I do that is because they tend to do the same thing. Don't come out here and expect me to be this morality police when y'all aren't requesting the same thing from the lowest hanging group of society. They're the one that started this. And as you guys can see, me in conjunction with other black women, we're gonna end it. As you guys can see, this one responded by saying, we're done with Brian McKnight. This one say, who is an active stepmother to two of his daughter he had while married to her, and who he also disowned. He also have another son who stays far away from the spotlight, also a baby from his affair on the same woman. And I want to conclude with these two comments that you guys are viewing here. As you guys can see, the first commentator say, man say, I was relaxing in Maui as my son was dying, because once again, he don't care. He said this son was a product of sin. Do you guys think he's gonna interrupt his Maui vacation with his slingling? Absolutely not. And lastly, guys, this one say he went to Maui with his wife and her children to share memories of his son that they probably never met, who passed away in California. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, black woman, please get it through your head. Black male don't like you. And that also means they don't like the kids that unfortunately y'all continue to allow them to make y'all get impregnated with. Black woman, y'all collectively across the globe really need to do better. Nonetheless, guys, this is all that I have to say on this whole predicament. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about the dust bucket himself, Brian McKnight, coming out here talking about his brother trying to seek attention and trying to get clout off of his son, mind you, the son Nico, that he claimed was a product of sin. But once again, just like what that previous commentator said, he's not concerned about his son. He's in Maui on vacation with his Ling, but he just wanted to come out here because I think he had a concert that was scheduled to be within this month. But I think because of the low ticket sale, I don't really think it is going to happen. Nonetheless, guys, this is all that I have to say on this very much dusty predicament. What are your thoughts and opinions? Please get in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.
Black women, it's time to hold ourselves accountable because we are reaping what we sowed. We have lied and gassed black men up for centuries, letting them think that they are kings with no kingdoms, letting them think that they are the emperor when they are naked. And now we are dealing with the consequences of those actions. Instead of being honest with black men and requiring them to do better for not only themselves, but the community that they helped create, we have allowed them to tear it apart and then put it back together quietly behind their backs and then still let them get the credit for it.